Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today is a very sad day for Call of Duty, but a very happy day if you're Microsoft. So, Microsoft today became a $3 trillion company. It actually passed Apple to become the most valuable company in the world, and to celebrate all of that, they decided to let go of 1,900 employees today. Now, initially, this was pitched as them getting rid of overlap. Of course, Microsoft did buy Activision Blizzard for about $70 billion, and Microsoft does have their own people. Activision Blizzard, of course, have their own people, so sure, maybe some overlap occurred, but it looks like instead of that, they're really just downsizing Activision Blizzard pretty much across the board. Even Mike Cabrera, the president of Blizzard Entertainment, was let go, even though he's widely considered by the community to be one of the good guys working over there at Activision Blizzard. And on top of that, the upcoming Blizzard survival game, they were working on that. Everyone was pretty hyped for it, but they decided to cancel that, and pretty much the entire staff were let go in the process. And on top of that, every single Call of Duty studio is losing staff right now. We're talking Sledgehammer Games, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, High Moon Studios, Toys for Bob, Raven Software, all of them. There's way too many to count, but every single studio is losing tons of people today. I mean, hell, Sledgehammer Games, who are currently the active developer for the current COD, and they're also working on a future COD, we just learned about that yesterday, they lost almost 30% of their staff with these layoffs just today, despite the fact that they all now have to go work from home because they're apparently moving offices, and they're also still working on COD 2027. We just learned about that yesterday, and now today, 30% of them, boom, got the axe. They're out of here thanks to Microsoft. Of the people that did get to stay at Sledgehammer Games, we have Mike here, who is the senior quality assurance leader over at Sledgehammer Games, letting us know that pretty much his entire undermanned staff got laid off today. Like, they've been struggling already, given the fact that they were already incredibly undermanned, and now they're all just pretty much gone. They just got rid of all the QA, and the worst part is, now updates are going to take longer to happen and have even more issues than before, and people are going to directly attack the devs, when in reality, it's the higher-ups that refuse to pay the QA testers or hire them in the first place, which causes all of the issues that we face as COD fans. Activision and Call of Duty have had issues with QA for years, because they don't pay them shit, they fire them all the time, and who would have thought that the games suffer tremendously as a result? Color me surprised. If you don't have QA, if you don't pay QA, if you're constantly getting rid of your QA, who would have thought your QA is not going to be very good? Like, it's actually so frustrating, man. No studio today was spared from the Microsoft chopping block. Even the teams working on Warzone Mobile are seeing layoffs. Basically, across the entire board, we're losing hundreds and hundreds of talented developers, producers, QA testers, art designers, level designers, everyone and everything. A lot goes into making these games. Hell, they even decimated the entire Activision customer support team, except for a few people, because Microsoft thinks it's going to be cheaper to outsource customer service to companies overseas as compared to paying the people that were already there and on the payroll. Now, the really shitty part here is the COD community, as we all know, can be incredibly toxic, right? Some people out there, I've been seeing it all day, are for some reason celebrating the fact that 1,900 people lost their livelihoods today. And first of all, fuck right off if that is your mentality. You do not live in reality, and I hope that you never have to face the hardships that these people are going through right now. Like, get your head out of your ass just for a little bit, think about other people just for a change, and realize this fucking sucks. And second off, even if you do want to look at it from the perspective of like a super jaded COD fan, think of it this way. The people that are getting laid off here, who put their heart and soul into making the games that we all love, are the ones responsible for all the good stuff that we enjoy within the game itself. You could be like, skill-based matchmaking sucks and whatever, and it does, but people getting laid off today aren't the ones making skill-based matchmaking necessarily. We're talking the art designers that helped to lovingly recreate the OG Modern Warfare 2 map remasters here for Modern Warfare 3. Some of those guys are now gone. The people that maybe helped create the headquarters back in COD World War II, or the Camo Challenge overhaul in Modern Warfare 2, those guys are gone as well. The QA testers that found some game-breaking bugs that would have ruined everything and then squashed that bug before it even got to the full patch, those guys are all pretty much gone now. Like, there is so much time and effort and work that goes into making a game like Call of Duty, and I know I am one of the most critical people of the franchise itself, but folks, just please try to have the ability to understand there is a difference between not agreeing with a a design choice and wanting people to lose their livelihoods. Like, holy hell. Have you dudes seen like the price of literally everything in the world right now? It's affecting everyone, even content creators. Like, my videos have been underperforming pretty much the entirety of Modern Warfare 3, so I'm making less money, but the price of everything is going up. It's hitting me incredibly hard. I'm fucking terrified of what the future holds right now. But then I put myself in the shoes of a game developer who went to school, got their foot in the door, got hired by Activision Blizzard, flew probably across the country out to California to go work on games like COD or maybe some of the other Activision Blizzard properties, uprooting their entire lives in the process. They just suddenly lose their job in an industry that is extremely volatile. Like, that fucking sucks for them, man. That is incredibly rough. And today overall was a terrible, terrible day for Call of Duty. It was a terrible day for the developers, and it's also a terrible day for the fans. So many bright minds, so many creative sparks, and so many hard workers are now out the door. All the while, the higher ups at Microsoft are popping champagne because they just became worth $3 trillion, and they're now the most valuable company in the world. And I know I was one of those people that was an advocate of Microsoft taking over Activision. The biggest thing for me was I assumed if they're buying COD, they're going to want to do more with it. They're going to expand the games to make them even better. Hell, I would assume that they're going to bring in a bunch of the Microsoft people and hire even more people to make the games even better. But instead of that, they bought the company for $70 billion. They went through, they got rid of 1,900 jobs, not even just overlap jobs, but just downsizing in general. And now we're supposed to expect that the upcoming games are going to be better as a result, like losing all of these devs, all these creative people, all these people that put all the time and effort into absolutely everything. Like, I'm not here to jump into the politics of the entire world. I really don't like getting into that kind of stuff, but I really don't know how these giant executives with their billions of dollars sleep at night. Meanwhile, 1,900 people, 1,900 families all just lost most, if not all, of their income. Right? These are the people who make the games what they are. It's not some lizard in Silicon Valley sitting in a freaking boardroom that's making the games what they are. It's the people that are actually there in the trenches every day. The people that are working on the bugs. The people that are designing new weapons. The people that are coming up with new map layouts. The people that are so meticulously putting art into the maps to make them feel alive and putting in the sound audio. So when you go through a hallway, it sounds perfect. Or maybe they're putting the ambient noise in the background of a map like Skid Row to really make the map feel more alive. Those are the people that make the games what they are. But hell, it's America, and it's not like they ever gave a shit about the people who make the shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, terrible day for COD, terrible day in general, and that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and despite everything, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.